Hi and welcome back to Module 4, Part 3, where I show you how to put in furniture in SketchUp Free, put in dimensions, and then how to put your floor plan onto a title block so you can hand it in or give it to a client. Let's go. So in Part 2, we finished with this floor plan where we had drawn our base plan and put in some cabinetry. Now I'm going to show you how we can put in pieces of furniture, windows, and doors. The first way I'm going to show you is just by hand drawing. So the first thing we're going to hand draw are the windows. So looking in our module, it's got drawing window symbols and it's got how to draw them here and what they should look like for different types of windows. But essentially, you've got this middle bit in between the walls, and then you've got some lines. So let's give that a go here. So we're going to use our pen. I would like to draw my first window 500 mils away from the wall from here, and then let's maybe make them, I don't know, what's this distance here? So let's go 2 meters. So 2000. All right. So we've marked out where our windows will go. So here, like that. Scrolling in using my mouse, C scroller from the guide point to the wall. Okay. And now it's saying over here that our vertical members are 40 by 40. So we'll do that. So seeing as this is, so let's draw a 40 by 40 square and then we can move it around. So remember in the lower right hand corner there's a dimension box. So I'm going to type 40, comma, space 40, enter, and then escape. And I'm going to use my arrow now to select it. So left to right. I'm going to do Control C and then Control V to paste. So I've got Control C to copy and Control V to paste. And I'm moving it to this side. So that's it, that midpoint there. And the midpoint is always highlighted in a blue circle. So let's see if we can find this blue circle here. There it is, midpoint. Cool. So we're going to do the same here. Arrow, arrow, highlight, M for move on the keyboard. Find that midpoint. Oh, perfect. Found that midpoint. Easy. All right. So now we're just going to draw these lines that match meet up. Okay. So here, 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 and here. Done. So that's supposed to be our window frame inside the wall thickness, and then we draw a single line in the middle to indicate the window, the glass pane. So that's there and there. Perfect. And there's our window. Those walls were black. So we've drawn a window. Now we can color this in. So we just want black. Perfect. And now that looks like the example that they gave us. All right. Cool. Okay, now we want to draw a door. And we can do that by hand. So let's search door. Oh, drawing door symbols. Here they are. So drawing door symbols allow 40 millimeters wide. Door frame allow 40 millimeters wide. Okay, so again, let's do this. And looking down in the dimension box, 305, and we want it to be 40 mils. So we can type 305, comma, space 40. There we go. Same on this side. So 305, comma, space 40. Awesome. And now we want a hinge point. So I'm saying it's probably best if we have it open against this wall here. So let's see, what is the distance between these two here? So midpoint to here is 664. So now let's draw a 664 doorway. Yeah, 664, comma, space, 30 mils. Nice, perfect. And then we want to, looking at the module, we want to join this up with an arc. So we go to this arc, 2-point arc, we want that one. We go touch one point, touch the other point. Come on, change directions, 2-point arc. Let's make it look like one of these drawings. That looks nice. And there we go. We've done our hand-drawn door. Excellent. Bifold cavity sliding door. All right, so this is what we want to draw next. So let's go escape. So we're going to do 40 mils for the frame. I am going to go like this. Oops, I need to draw a line. So I'm going to draw 40 mils here. So 40, and then find that endpoint and go here. Same again here, 40, 40. And then here I'm going to clean this up. Or maybe not. Let's paint it instead. Colors. I want white here. White. Cool. Escape. Alright, now we've got to draw the pocket hole. So I'm just going to copy this one. So it doesn't say what thickness. So again, I'll just make it 30 mils. So what's the dimension of this space here? Here to here is 620. So let's draw a rectangle and we'll move it in. So we want it to be 620 by 30. It probably will be longer than that because you don't want it to just like just hang in there. But for the purpose of the illustration, okay, now we go arrow, left to right, M for move, and then let's find this midpoint and find this here. Now I'm pulling it from here to this midpoint. Oh, sexy. Okay, now I need to do more coloring in of this color here. And then I want this guy to delete these lines and this line. Oh yeah. Oh, look at my door. And now we gotta go and draw an arrow. We'll line it up with the end. 40. There we go here. Done. That looks like an arrow. Nice work. All right, so we've drawn door by hand, window by hand, and sliding door by hand. And that's all from following the instructions in the module. So you can continue doing that as you go around. You know how to colour in the walls once you've finished. If your walls don't colour in, if they bleed out, that means that there's a gap somewhere and you need to go and fill in that gap. Let's see if these walls are good. So of course you'll be putting more windows in, but for this purpose, let's see how we go with colouring in. Let's just pick another rando colour. Oh yeah, it's perfect. But sometimes if there's a little gap because like these lines haven't joined, sometimes it will just colour things that you don't want coloured in. Now, I've learnt that this shower is wrong. So I'm going to delete these lines. And you want the lines to go towards where the drain will be. So we're just going to pretend that it's going to drain off to one side. And now that looks like a shower. Excellent. All right. Okay. So I think that's enough to show you how to draw the rest of the doors and how to follow the instructions here. So it's got, how to draw French doors and how much space to have. And of course, you can make your doors any size. I think as long as these door frames are 40 mil, like they've instructed us, you can't go wrong. Also cupboards are crosses, so let's do storage like this. And yeah, because these are going to be pantries and stuff. So yeah, 600. Let's make one. Yeah, let's make another one here. So pantry, fridge. I think I've shown you enough to show you how to do things by hand. Now we're going to use SketchUp's tools. So on the right here, we've got their tools. Here with this SketchUp symbol, we've got the 3D warehouse. Let's open that. So this is a 3D warehouse because SketchUp is designed as a tool to create 3D drawings. So majority of the items in here are 3D. However, we're drawing in 2D at the moment. And when you put things into 3D or 3D items in a 2D drawing, when you go to like print it out, it can look a bit funny. So I'll show you an example. Let's just go for a couch. And majority of the items will be 3D. We'll just take this little one. So you download it. And the thing is that with these names, you don't know the size of them. So until you put them into your drawing, you don't know how big it is. So we put this in our sitting room. I've decided this is the sitting room. We want to move this closer to the wall. And now this is when we get really fancy and you're going to see the third dimension. So if you have the rolly mouse that I told you about in part 1 of this video series, you click down on the rolly mouse and it will orbit so you can see into the third dimension. And then so you just click on the rolly mouse and then you can just move it around and then use your scrolly bit to scroll in. I'm going to move this closer to the wall. Cool. So this is our couch in 3D. But then when we go and look at in plan view, you can tell it's 3D. And you don't get those nice black and white line drawings that you get like you do in floor plans that we all look at late at night. So let's go to scenes. No, I don't want that one. What scenes? And then plan view. And even though that's the plan view, you can tell it's 3D. It doesn't look right, you know, so when you go to print it out, it's sort of like a 3D item and a 2D item. So, but this is a free way to put in furniture if you want to go ahead with this. Um, and if you don't see this as a problem, go ahead. But see, like it's covering my window and I want to show that. So it's a bit limited, but you can search for 2D components. So I just type 2D, but the 2D componentry is really limited because, like I said, SketchUp is designed to be a 3D drawing CAD tool. So we can see these are in 2D, which is really cool. So let's look at this Minotis sofa. That looks very two-dimensional. Download. Import. And there it is. It's over here. There's so many. Okay, so if you click on this, it moves the whole thing. So I press escape and now I'm going to right click. No, I'm not. I'm going to click on this arrow, click and highlight this single component as it is at the moment. Right click and then explode it. Now press escape or click out actually. And now these are single components because now I can click on one and they don't all highlight. All right, so now you can do two things. You can either go Control C for copy and then Control V for paste, and then it's automatically connected to your mouse. You can click H on your keyboard and then move your screen where you want. Click Escape and then you've got your couch again. And then I'll put it in my lounge, which is here. And now you can see these red crosses, and every time you hover over a red cross, you can see the 360 protractor turn up. So now you can pivot the sofa. See how it snaps to the x-axis, which is the red line. And then you can move it from there just by clicking anywhere you want. So I'll dump it here. So that's how you can get free 2D components, which is excellent. However, like I said, it's really limited. So you can keep scrolling through and trying to find all the things you need, but you probably won't get every single thing that you need. So that's the second option. The next option is what I'm going to be calling paid. And the reason why I say this is because it's a SketchUp file. I think it's an SVF file. And I did another course, another interior design course, where this was provided as part of my coursework. So I paid for it, and you got imported in. So I'm going to show you that now, and I'm going to have this available for you to buy, not for too much. So if you look in the description box, that will be linked. And if you want to go down this way, you can. So we're going to go here to the three lines, the burger, some people say, import my device, and then, yeah, it's an SKP file. So import as component, and it will do the same as how we saw the couches. It's got all these floor plans. So this is the one I will have available if you want to buy it. And you just dump it and then you'll have to explode it. So arrow, they're all highlighted. Highlight, make sure it's blue and it's highlighted. Right click and then explode. Cool. It's taking its time. So just wait. Even if you click out and it doesn't work, that means it's still working. Cool. And then same again, use your scrolly mouse to scroll in. You can see like this file that I'm going to be providing to you have all of these different floor plans. So if you're even stuck on like how to present, you know, some items, you can do that. So let's say, you know, I want a sink. So this is stuff that I've tried to find in the 2D, in the 3D warehouse for a 2D sink, and I wasn't able to find it, but I can grab a sink from here. So here's a kitchen sink, and here is a bathroom sink, two different types of sinks. And then they have all different types of sinks, so different toilet and different sinks in different floor plans for different styles of houses. Also, once you've imported this SVG file, you can go to components on the right hand side here, and it's also dumped in all of these components here. So this is the sink that I want here. So I don't need to like necessarily explode it. Some of them, not every item in these floor plans have come out. Some of them have. So we can go through this components list first, insert everything to begin with, and then anything that's not included, you can add later. I mean, you can take from the imported exploded floor plans later. So this sink is here. It's very big, but that will do. So here's another sink. So I need this in the bathroom. So let's get rid of this one that I drew. And go to here, arrow, oops, move. So press M on the keyboard, hover over the red cross, turn it. Okay, that's it. Let's see what else do we have in here that I can use now. There are some doors. So if you don't want to draw doors, we can import these French doors that I wanted so bad. So we can dump it here, rotate it, and remember it goes to the midpoint of the wall. So we can, I'm just guessing by eye, I'm looking at the midpoint of here. Yeah. Yeah, look, it's just a guideline. Dump. There you go, French doors, done. Didn't have to draw it from scratch. This thing, I want to get rid of it. Delete. Just delete, right click that. And I can put in this sitting set. So you didn't have to do any work there. Yeah, so you can go through this first and see what items you can put in first. Here's another door. Here are some lamps. There's that guy tie. Oh, here's a toilet. That's a pretty modern toilet. Yeah, let's put it in. Toilet. Oh, it's a bit small. I pressed escape to undo. Oh, this is the type of tool I was looking for. This looks bigger. Oh, and then rotate. Here. Midpoint. Midpoint to the wall. Perfect. There we go. One room's finished. That's the ensuite. Okay, so you get the idea. Now just say I've gone through this whole list and I've exhausted all the things I need and I still need a stovetop. So use H, oops, and it will pull my pictures over wherever I want. Let's look for a kitchen where I can steal a stovetop from. Here's a stove here. That looks a little bit tedious to get. Let's make an easy one. This one's an easy one to get. All right, so let's escape. Oh yeah, this one's ready to go. Look. All right, click. Now I'm scrolling out with my scrolly button, and then I can see my kitchen here. So I scroll over the top of it and it will automatically zoom in. And let's line this up with the middle of this island, because then you'll have like one of those perfect triangle kitchens. I'll rotate this. Bam! Bam digga dee. I can click a corner, move it over, whatever. Alright, So I've got my stovetop and I stole it from one of those floor plans. Let's steal another thing. Let's steal a dining set. That's one, but I think we can put a bigger one in. Oh yeah, this one's huge. All right, so this one's all exploded like to the max. Yeah, see, they're just all lines now. So we can go left to right. Everything that you highlight left to right will be highlighted. We can right click, left to right, right click, left to right, right click on one of the blue parts, make group. Now that will move as one. You can either go Control C and then for copy and then Control V for paste, and then it pops up on your cursor. How easy is that? And now I'm gonna dump it here, and then here's my pivoted, and then now I'm gonna move it. Oh man, this place is massive. Kind of. Can have either lots of people dining or make it smaller and have lots of people lounging. Okay, there we go. How's that? That looks cool, huh? And you don't have to go single components. You could even steal, I'm going to do H to move, steal a whole lounge like outfit. So you don't actually have to do any design. Like, see this? I like this layout for the lounge. It's got a TV as well. See the TV's mounted on the wall. It's got a side table. It's got the coffee table. Maybe we can just steal this whole thing. Let's see. Has it exploded completely? One arrow. Arrow. Yeah, it has. So maybe we can try and make it a group so it's easy to move. Cool. I also want to steal this TV, so I'm holding down the control button on the keyboard. Oh, well, it's not working. And then I'm just clicking each line individually, like so. Now they're all highlighted. Now you got to click on a right click on a highlighted line, make group. Cool. And now I'll Control C, V. Let's end up on my cursor. Now I'm going to dump it in the lounge. It's not ready. Let's delete this couch. This is the couch that we got from whatever. Let's move this in. So I've got the limitation of this wall here. So let's just put it in. Ah, perfect fit. Let's move this to the wall. Look at that! How good's that? And it fits in with the dining, but you could say it's a bit tight because obviously I want to put like, seats at this island as well. So we can make this couch smaller. So let's go to the arrow. Oops. We've highlighted the component, right click, let's explode it. Escape, click out. So now all the lines are gone black. Okay, so we want to make this couch smaller so there's more space in the dining room. So I am going to go left to right to highlight. And you can see it's just got these lines here. Now I'm going to click M to move. M. And I just want to move this pillow, like get rid of this gap here and see if that makes it smaller. So let's make sure we do it on the back of the couch, not click from the back of the couch, not the cushion. Yep. And then just follow the straight line and bring it down on the same plane. Cool. And now the couch is a bit smaller. Arrow, right click, left to right here, and then hold the control button down, left to right here. Oh yeah, it did highlight. Left to right again. Cool. Now we can go onto the highlighted line, right click, make group, and now I can move, press M on the keyboard and move this over to closer to the wall. And yeah, now we have more space around the dining table. Sweet. Okay, so awesome. Now our TV is kind of out of place. So let's highlight that. And we can click M And we kind of want it to sort of line up the midpoint here. That looks cool. Now that looks like a space you can use. Excellent. So you can either use these paid components, you can either use these free components. So if you're willing to scroll through all the 2D items in what SketchUp has provided, you might find that you could probably do your whole floor plan with that. But I haven't spent the time to do that because I have this. And then you also have freehand drawing. So that's how you insert furniture, draw doors, draw windows, and same, you could even cheat the windows by importing them, stealing them from those floor plans as well. Okay, so let me delete this. Once you're finished with your drawing, you have to do dimensions. What I suggest is first you delete all of these components that you don't need because sometimes they can just get in the way. If you're trying to snap to things or whatever, they can just get in the way. So I'm just going to highlight all of these, delete, and then highlight these floor plans and delete. Okay, now I'm just using my scrolly button. And now I use H to just move this in a bit. Cool. And I would also delete Ty. So I'm going to click on Ty and delete him. Okay, so with dimensions, that's this option here or tool over here. So at the moment we've got our tape measure. Now we want to move it to dimensions. So dimensions, following from how the module shows us, it needs to be in layers. So dimensions. So they need to follow the same rule, must be clear, legible, accurate. So if you're going to do it one way on one side, you have to do it the same way on all the sides. And that's in terms of your layering. So these are the dimensioning rules and these are the layers that you need. So first you will measure out your windows, doors and walls, then you do your rooms and then you do the overall. So you can see that here, windows, doors and openings. You do it for the full length. Then you do the rooms. So you can see now these are the sizes of the walls. And then you do the full length. So we've got the dimension tool on and we're going to start with windows, doors and walls. So we've got from this corner to this corner, that's the wall. And you want to bring it up to clear whatever of your drawing you have. So like measurements, you can also indicate how far up you want it to be, so it's always equal. So I'm going to type in 3000 and see if that snaps. No, it doesn't. All right. So now windows here to here is 2000 and I can snap it to there and it's automatic. You'll feel it. So we've got a door here. So we're going to go from this window to the door. Do you know that song? There we go. Doors from the windows to the wall. To the something, something, something. All right. So from here and then we have no windows or doors in between. Snap. Cool. And now we're up to row 2, which is the rooms. So this is where we do the wall thicknesses and then internal room size. Wall thickness, internal room size. So, whoopsies. Let's start our new dimension, endpoint. Oops. So this is our wall thickness. So click on the wall thickness and we can see it's 305, like we were told to draw it as. So we go from here to here, 305, 305. Then we want the room, so that's internal wall to internal wall. So we're going to go from here to here, and then this wall size, oops, 305. Cool. And then we do row 3, which is the overall. So start again, dimensions here, and then we go overall, which is here, and ta-da! So you kind of want to make sure these gaps in between are similar. If we click on this arrow, we can move this dimension because you can't see it. And as you can see, if you double click it, you can change the dimension. Name, which is a bit cheeky because you should have drawn it correctly to begin with. So as you can see, the offset should be 15 from the edge, but because with my drawing I've got these doors, I have to go a bit further out, so we'll be 15 from the edge here, and you can move it. So let's just quickly measure that. We go 150, 15 millimeters, 15. That's not fun. I think they're making a mistake. It's 15, 150, 150. All right, so we can move all of this down. I clicked M, and then I just pulled down. And then now it's to these offset amounts that IDI have given us. Okay. So when you do the top and bottom, you should make them read the same way. And then if you're choosing to do the ones on the sides, they should move the same way. So if you can twist the paper, you can still see the dimensions reading the same way. So we can do the dimensions here. So click dimensions. So the first one is windows, doors, and walls. There's no windows here because we didn't do any, but we do have a door. So to the edge of the door. So 150. Oh, so annoying. Let's mark this out first. So we've got 150. Then we go from here to 100, and then 100. Cool. So that should get covered by the leader lines. All right, here, dimension. Here, here, and then snap to this marking point. I guess it doesn't snap. That will do. It's close. And then doors, snap. And any windows, no, snap. And then here, I feel like this is too close. And then now I'm gonna go walls and internal room sizes. So let's just do an internal room size first, so we can get it up to the right height. There. Cool. Oops. This internal wall size is 200. This internal wall room size. So remember, it's just rooms and walls. And now the overall. Yeah, I think they mean like 1500 and 1000, 1000, because that would look a lot better. I think you should do that. 1500, 1000, and 1000. So you need to do the dimensions for all the other sides. And then once that's done, we are going to then draw a line just somewhere off to the side. And it's going to be 1 meter. So we go 1000. And this is going to be how we scale our drawing when we go to put it onto our template. So another thing we're going to do is draw a giant rectangle to make this all white. So it gives it a white background, like so. And then we will press the arrow. Then we want to turn off these lines of the X and Y and Z axis. So we go hide. So we right click on it, go hide. And then we'll go to scenes here. Make sure it's definitely the plan view. Save it. Yes, purge all. Okay, and then let's put everything away. You would obviously set this up so it looks a lot better. So just pull out the leader lines as much as you can. And then using the move tool, I'm gonna, oh no, escape using your hand tool, H. So obviously you would have finished all your windows, finished all your doors, colored in all your walls, like you wouldn't have these two-tone colors. Then you will center this, make it as big as you can where everything fits onto the page. Just keep using the hand tool until you get it to how you want it to look. Oops. Oh, escape if you do that. Click on the arrow. Okay, so now everything's white. All your dimensions will look fantastic, of course. You can't see that 1 meter line, so let's draw it again. So let's just go. You just want to draw it somewhere that it will be easy to like crop off. So you can be like, if I had dimensions here, I wouldn't be able to put this as close. So, but for now, for this exercise, we'll just type 1000. Okay, cool. All right, now you're going to go and you're going to take a screenshot of this. So I like to use a snip tool. So snipping tool, click new snip. And I want to include this line here. But you can see this is my snip here and I've got this cursor here. So let's do that again, new. And I don't want that cursor. So let's go from here. Yes, that looks good. Okay, cool. So now we've got our perfect dimensions, our perfect floor plan, and we have this 1 meter line here. We're going to save this. So click save on your snipping tool or however you used your thingy, and you're going to save it. So we're going to do mod for completed floor plan. And then we're going to transfer it to our title block. Save and close. So now let's download the title block that IDI have supplied. So we're in the module, and we're going towards the end where they had a bunch of resources. Okay, so it's baseball plan. Okay, title block template.
Sorry, my microphone didn't work well here. This IDI title block says it is a scale of 1 to 50. However, there is no scale ruler on the title block to support that. So we are going to do a dodgy and paste one in. Once in, we will then paste in our drawing and adjust it to the correct scale. First we have to make this an image, so we can put it into either Google Slides, PowerPoint or Canva so we can edit it.
I'm going to make an image of this using the snip tool. New. And then we're going to save this. Save as. IDI module 4, 3. Okay, and now I would prefer to use PowerPoint, but I know that a lot of you don't have PowerPoint, so let's go use Google Slides. Okay, blank. Delete this because we just want it to be blank. And we want to change the size. Okay, so we're going to go to File, Page Setup. Then we're going to change this to Custom. Let's choose in centimeters. And we're going to type in the size from A3 sheet. A3 size in centimeters. 29.7 by 42. 42. Okay. Now we can insert image. Upload from computer. 3. Open. All right. So this is. All right. Now we want to insert another picture. Right, so we've got this one, which is what we want. All right, so here we are. Okay, so we're going to grab your snipping tool, snip tool. I'm just going to snip this one, scale 1 to 50. Here. Let's crop it a little bit because it's got a bit of the line underneath. Crop a bit of this, really tight, really tight. So that's copied. Now let's go to here, see if we can paste it. Okay, so that's that. Now, if you have a ruler, you can just try and use your ruler to the screen. Now,
For a ratio of 1 to 50, this means that 1 meter equals 20 millimeters. So you can see the image where I am holding my tape measure where the 0 and 0 meet up. Then the 1 meter on the scale bar needs to be adjusted to the 2 centimeters line on the ruler I'm holding. Keep adjusting the scale bar on the screen until it closely matches up with your ruler.
Let's go upload from computer. This is our pretend completed floor plan because, you know, haven't really, if this is not how it should look. All right, so see this line here that you drew, that's 1 meter.
Here is the 1 meter line you drew in SketchUp. Now you will line it up with the 1 meter marker on the scale by using your eye and pulling the grabs in the corners to adjust it to size. It is easier if you crop the image close to the line first. Then adjust to the scale bar.
Alright, so I've lined the 0 up with the end of my line a little bit. Just using my eye because with the 1.0. So it needs to be bigger again. make sure you pull the corner so it all gets bigger progressively. Alright, okay, so see how this line lines up here, and now this line lines up here. Now we have a scaled drawing. Okay, so now I'm going to crop this again, crop out.
Then you can uncrop the image to see the floor plan and to get rid of the 1 meter line.
Bring back the rest of my drawing here. Cool.
Open the floor plan with dimensions from the module PDF. Use the snip tool to copy the north arrow.
And I'm going to put it into my drawing.
Paste the north arrow onto your floor plan title block.
Here it is. And I'm going to be proper and do what most drawings would do. So I'm going to put a text box here.
Use the text box tool to insert the floor plan title under the drawing.
And put in a line. And then just Control C, Control V, and view. So plan view just means you're looking from the roof down. That's the name of the view. Cool. Ground floor plan view. Excellent. Let's make a few of these.
Also use it to fill in the title block with your name, date and drawing number.
Again. Date. So I'll put Lisa. Put the full name in. Date today, 13th. I like to write the month in full because that means that doesn't matter if you're looking at this in any country, no matter how they write their months and dates, everyone understands what this means. Drawing number 01. Cool. Beautiful. Okay, and this key here.
Open the IDI floor plan with dimensions example and copy and paste the key onto your title block using the snip tool again.
Drawing. Paste. Cool. So, I just want to also quickly show you how we can hack putting in furniture based off that what we just found. So all the furniture symbols, where did that open? That opened here. Scaled symbols. So seeing as we have a study, let's put a chair in. Alright, so let's go our favorite snip tool, new. Let's go. We've got some tub chairs in the sitting room, so we'll just go to single chair. I'm going to go to my Google thingy, go paste, come in here. There we go, there's a chair in the study there. So they've written the work names of the rooms. Text. So we go all caps. Rooms. Control CV. Let's go. um, yeah, you've drawn everything to scale, you've drawn everything the way that they want. You can, you know that you can do it completely free. You don't have to pay for anything. If you wanted to buy those floor plans from me, you can, but you don't have to, because as we just realized, you've just discovered a bunch of furniture that they've given us, that you can just copy and paste in. You can see it looks like a real drawing. If you were to PDF that now, you can hand it in. So let's do that. So let's go File, and let's download it into a PDF document. Cool, so that's downloading now. If I had saved it up here with a name, then it would have saved with that name and saved you time. So let's look at the PDF version. Here it is. Huh, doesn't this look good? This looks even better than their branding, their logo here. See, the colors don't even match. So good work, you. All right. So you need to hand this in, and I think you need to do a write-up. So I'll leave the write-up to you. I don't think it's going to be too hard. I'm just going to say why you did things the way you did, which is easy because you would have designed it a particular way. Da, da, da. Look, written analysis. For the written analysis that is accompanying your floor plans, to be explained to your tutor what changes you have made and why. So I followed the direction of the brief, which is, you know, the mother of the home, she doesn't want to feel isolated in the kitchen. She wants to be able to see her children. So by having an open plan situation like this, she can be in the kitchen and she can turn her head, or she can be washing the dishes or prepping or whatever, and she should be able to see her kids, whether they're in the living room doing their homework at the dining room table, all the way to if they're playing outside, because there's going to be a window there, of course, as well. And the kids are currently young, but we've put in this additional sitting room here because as they get older, and we obviously want the house to get older with them, you know, there's a place where they can entertain their own friends. Like, you know, both the kids aren't going to have the same friends, so they can still be together and have privacy, but the mother can easily go and see what they're up to. She wanted a study. There's a study here. We wanted to make the house valuable because if we put in a full ensuite rather than just a WC, this makes it maybe a fourth bedroom, an additional bedroom or guest room. We made it so all the living spaces were on this end of the house. So we completely flipped it from the original plan because these are all north facing windows. So remember this, if I had completed this properly, this would have been full of windows. And from the north face, because it's north facing and we live in Australia, this is where most of the light comes in during the majority of the day. So it's like nice and bright, particularly being on the ground floor. It's most likely to be more difficult to get light, especially if it's a two-story house. So being north facing and making these the living spaces, it's always going to have nice quality light, natural light. We because there was plumbing to this underground stair area already, we made it into like a butler's pantry slash coffee station, because you can still have taps to it. If you put in a little fridge, it can also be you know, a wine fridge area. And having this here allows you to separate yourself from the kitchen. So, like, you know, in the morning you might be making breakfast in the kitchen, but someone can go make their coffee while they're here. You're out of the way. Also, like when you're having guests over, you can go put the dirty dishes in there and like prepare your clean food here. It's all hidden away. Or because like you're gonna have friends over and they're all gonna be in the backyard or in the sitting room, you can quickly grab a cold treat from the butler's pantry instead of having to walk all the way to the kitchen. See, ideas, all these ideas. And then we've got this built-in robe here so that you can use it as like a mudroom. So as you enter or as you're leaving, you can quickly grab your jacket, your shoes, you know, and maybe have a drop zone in there, whatever, to make it easy. These stairs have been drawn to ISO standards, so to 200 for each landing. So we know how many stairs there are going to be. And yeah, so that's our written analysis. Easy as that. So good luck. Welcome to the end of your Module 4 assignment. Congratulations on learning the basics of SketchUp. I've already completed the course, so if anything, I'm doing all of this again to be able to support you. And if anything, it's good practice for me, because even though I get clients, I don't get very many. They're very far and few and in between. I still have a day job, so it's good practice for me as well. And as you can see, like, I'm very basic at it, but I can show you how to use it enough for you to complete your assignments and continue on, and you can just spend your own time getting better and better at, like how I'm spending time redoing these assignments just to help you. So I hope you understand why I'm just demonstrating and not completely completing the assignments. I just really want to help you finish. So you've learned all the ways on how you can do this for free. I'll put in a link where you can purchase the floor plans for SketchUp if you want. You don't have to, because as you can see, you can continue doing this for free. And I think it's only worth paying for things or the advanced courses if you know that you will have a base where you'll be earning an income from. So if you can do everything for free for now, just go ahead and keep trying to follow that path. So congratulations, hand it in. Thanks for sticking with me over the 3 parts and your patience in me getting this up. Editing is not my forte. I'm learning how to do this as I go along as well. But I'm hoping that this can stay on the internet to help people forever. So good luck, enjoy, become a SketchUp expert enough to get you by for now. And I'll see you in the next module 5, which is lighting and electrical. So make sure you have your drawing ready, because we're going to start putting electrical items on top of that same drawing. Save it. See you soon.